Good day children. Myself Meena teaching online English for class 8th. So your first lesson in the book Honeydew is the best Christmas present in the world. This is the first chapter of class 8th from the book Honeydew. So before we go to the lesson, we'll read a small paragraph which is given in the reader. There are some dates or periods of time in the history of the world that are so significant that everyone knows and remembers them. So here now in this particular lesson, before the lesson the author has given something for us to read, and what he is saying that in history we have to remember some of the dates. And why we remember? Because they are very significant to us and everyone should know the dates and what. For example, when you take yourself, you remember your birthday dates, your parents' birthday dates. So even in the when we come to our country India also, we remember Independence Day, Republic Day, and when we come to the world history, we have to remember some of the dates. So in the small block in your reader, they have given, do you know which events the dates below refer to? So the first date given here is 4th July 1776. So what happened on this day? That is 4th July 1776 is celebrated as Independence Day of America. And you can go through the other dates also. 17th December 1903, then 6th August 1945, then 30th January 1948, 12th April 1961 and 20th July 1969. First you try to guess out the answer. If you are not able to get, or if you are able to guess out the answer, you can refer to page number 23 in your text. So you will be knowing on so and so dates what are the events that have taken place. Now we will be coming to the lesson here. So the name of the lesson you have seen, the best Christmas present in the world. You know, during Christmas, Santa Claus gives gift to the children. They say like that. And you, even on your birthdays also, you get many gifts. But some of the gift will be superb, best, which will not be relating to all other gifts. There will be something special for you. That is the best gift. Here in this particular lesson also, they are saying about the best Christmas gift in the world. Now let us know what is that best Christmas present. So we'll be coming to the lesson here. So here the author is saying, introducing himself, and he's saying what really happened in his life. So he's saying that I spotted it in a junk shop in Bridport, a roll top desk. So the author here, he happened to go to a junk shop. What is a junk shop? Wherever all waste, there will be always a person who purchases all the waste. Even you can see the people, some of the people purchases all your old books also. That is a different shop. And here junk shop means where everything waste, everything will be purchased. So first let us know who is I here. I here is the author. He is Michael Morpurgo. Just you can remember in short the name Michael. I in the first line is the author, that he is Michael. This is one of the character. He will be saying the whole thing what happened. He will be saying the story continuously. Then next we will come to one more character, that is Captain. His name is Jim Macpherson. Captain Jim Macpherson. His wife's name is Connie Macpherson. So these are the three main characters in the story. Once again let me repeat. First is the author Michael. Captain's name is Jim, and his wife's name is Connie. In short, we will take the names. So what happened here in the first line? Michael, he happened to go to a junk shop and he saw there a roll top desk. Now what is this roll top desk? It is a desk which will be having number of drawers where you can keep your papers, pen, pencil, everything. It is called as roll top desk. The man said it was early 19th century and oak. So whenever you go to purchase something in a shop, the other person will be the person who is selling the goods. He will be saying what quality it is, so what is the main important thing in this particular product, or what is it safe, how good it is. So here now the person who was selling this desk, he was saying to the author, that is Michael, he was saying to Michael that it is said to be, this desk is of 19th century and it is made of oak. I had wanted one, but they were far too expensive. So the author, he was thinking to himself, I always wanted a desk, but having an oak desk, it is very expensive. This one was in a bad condition. Now where did the author go? He went to a junk shop where all waste products will be purchased by a person. Now can he find a new product in the shop? No, because it is a junk shop there. So one particular table he liked, but that table was in bad condition. The roll top in several pieces. The top of the table was totally in pieces, not in good condition. One leg clumsily mended. So one leg of the table, it was mended. Mended means repaired, but not in a correct way. Clumsily means in a awkward way or carelessly it was mended. Mended means repaired. Scorch marks all down one side. Everywhere you can find the burnt. Even the table was, in some places it was burnt also. Scorch marks here means burnt. Marks also they were able to see on the table. It was going for very little money. I thought I could restore it. So the author again, he was thinking that this particular table is for very little money. It's at a cheap rate, and he thought I can purchase it. It would be a risk, a challenge, but I had to have it. So first he thought it will be risk. Risk means taking risk in life, means taking some challenges. Now if the author is going to purchase a table and it is of no use, that is waste. So he was thinking, okay, I will purchase, but if it is not going to be good, then he thought, no, anyway I will purchase. I will take this risk of purchasing whether it is going to be good or bad. A challenge, but I had to have it. He decided, I have to purchase that table. I paid the man and brought it back to my workroom at the back of the garage. So how much amount was asked? At a cheap rate he was able to purchase the table. He paid the money, he purchased the table, and he took to his workroom at the back of the garage. I began work on it on Christmas Eve. So already the table in what condition it was? It was in bad condition. The top of the table also was not good. It was broken in many pieces there, and even it was burnt in some place. One of the leg of the table also was not good. So what he did? He took at the back of his garage and he started working on the table, repairing the table on Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve are the days which come before Christmas, that is before December 25th. You can see people singing carol songs. Even in the churches also many celebrations will be done. That days before the Christmas are called as Christmas Eve. So he started working on the table. I think you might have understood the first paragraph what is given in the text here. Here what is happening? Once again we will recall. Michael the author, he is going to a junk shop. He liked a table that which was made of oak, and junk shop is a place where all waste products will be dumped there, and a person, he will be selling the goods, those who like to purchase the goods. The author went there, he liked the table because it was of cheap rate and always he wanted a table. He purchased it, took to his garage there, and he started repairing. On which day? Christmas Eve, that is before the Christmas. I removed the roll top completely and pulled out the drawers. Roll top means the top of the table. He removed all that completely, and I told you this roll top desk how it will be having drawers there where you can open and keep for keeping papers, pencils, all. He started opening one drawers there. The veneer had lifted almost everywhere. The veneer here means not a plastic thin layer on the table. That is called as veneer. It has been lifted in all places. It had been lifted everywhere. It looked like water damage to me. So already the table was damaged due to fire. Now this upper thin layer of the table, how it was damaged? Due to water. Both fire and water had clearly taken their toll on this desk. So due to fire and due to water, the table has been totally destroyed. They have used the word toll here. T-O-L-L. Toll means damaged. The last drawer was stuck fast. So the author was able to remove all the drawers, open the drawers, but last one was struck, very badly struck. And how much ever he was pulling, he was not able to open that drawer. I tried all I could to ease it out gently. So the author tried. Who is the author here? Michael. He tried always to pull out the drawer. In the end, I used brute force. So lastly what he did? You might also try, when your zip of the bag is not opening, what you will do? First time you will try very slowly. After that you will use your full force. Brute force means showing over force. I struck it sharply with the side of my fist and the drawer flew open to reveal a shallow space underneath a secret drawer. So what did the author do? He struck it sharply, and the one with the fist. Fist means this is called the fist, and the drawer flew open to reveal a shallow space. So the drawer he was able to open, but again there was a shallow space. In the corner there was some space. You can see even in your almari also you can find a secret place where you can keep your things. When you remove your drawer, again one more, in one corner there will be some space for you to hide something. Shallow here means corner, underneath a secret drawer. One more drawer was there. Inside the drawer, one more drawer was there. There was something in there. So when he saw the secret drawer, inside that secret drawer something was there. I reached in and took out a small black tin box. So what he did? He reached that secret drawer inside. He put his hand, and from that he was able to bring a small tin box there. Black small tin box was there, where it was in the secret drawer there. I reached in and took out a small black tin box. Cello-taped on the top of it was a piece of lined notepaper and written on it in shaky handwriting. So when he took on that from that secret drawer, when he took that small tin box, on that it was cello-taped. Totally it was taped. To the top of it was a piece of lined notepaper. On the tin there was a notepaper, lined tin notepaper there, and on that paper something was written in shaky handwriting. Means old people, elders, when they write, when their hands shake, in the shaky handwriting it was written, Jim's last letter received January 25th, 1915. So what was written on that? It was written Jim's last letter received when? January 25th, 1915. Now who is this Jim? He is the captain. Captain, his name is Jim Macpherson. His wife is Connie Macpherson. So Jim has written letter to Connie, that his wife, and she has sealed, sellotaped the letter, and she has safely put it in the tin box, and up she has written, this was the last letter which was received by Jim. I knew as I did it that it was wrong of me to open the box, but curiosity got the better of my scruples. It usually does. So he knew, the author knew, we should not touch other things and should not open others thing, anything, box or anything without their permission. But what happened here? They use the word scrupulous. Here is a curiosity. Humans know they are like that. When we think of doing, we should not do that work. It makes us curious to do that thing. So here the author also what he did? He wanted to open that box, tin box, and see what is inside that. What is inside that? A letter was there and he wants to read it. So what he did? Inside the box there was an envelope. The address read, Mrs. Jim Macpherson, 12 Copper Beeches, Bridport, Dorset. So inside the box, when he opened that box, what he found? He found an envelope. And to whom the letter was addressed? Who has written the letter? Jim has written the letter to Connie, his wife. So to whom it will be addressed? To Connie Macpherson. But here it has been addressed as Mrs. Mrs. Jim Macpherson means his wife only. So it was addressed like that. I took out the letter and unfolded it. So the author took out the letter. He opened, unfolded the letter there. It was written in pencil and dated at the top December 26, 1914. So in what the letter was written? It was written in pencil. And what was the date? December 26, 1914. This was written. Now here I would like to mention one thing. When you are writing letters when you are writing date in letter, you have to write in this way. How? 26 December 1940 or December 26, 1940. In this way you are write. Now if today we are writing a letter, what you will be writing? Today's date, May 2020. Okay. Now we have completed the first part of the lesson here. And I think you might have understood. Here what happened? The author is going to a shop, junk shop. He liked a table. He purchased the table. He was trying to repair that table because it was an old table. And when he was cleaning the table, he was pulling out the drawers. And when he pulled out all the drawers, one of the drawer, the last drawer was struck. And when he used his force and pulled out the drawer, he saw a secret drawer in that. And in that secret drawer, he found a letter. Who has written that letter? Jim has written to his wife, Connie. Now we have completed the first part of the chapter here. So we will go to the questions. What did the author find in a junk shop? So I think all of you know the answer. What did the author find? He found a roll top desk. He found a roll top desk. What did he find in a secret drawer? I told you, last drawer he pulled out. Inside that one secret drawer was there. Inside that what was there? Envelope. What did he find? Envelope there. Who do you think had put it in there? Who has put this letter there? Jim or Connie? Connie, his wife, has put the letter there because that was the last letter written by Jim. Don't get confused here. Jim has written the letter, but who has put the letter in the secret drawer there? That is his wife, Connie Macpherson. So by this we come to the end of the first part of the lesson. I think you might have understood. Thank you, students.